Hello, my name is Colton Solzer, and this is Module 1 for EDL 854. So, personal, I have a passion for where I'm from, which is originally from the Black Hills in Piedmont, South Dakota. And here is where I ride my motorcycle. This isn't quite in the Black, kind of in the Black Hills, but it's Devil's Tower, close enough. Um so I ride my motorcycle with my dog, as you can see, my little riding partner. And then I also love to scuba dive. This picture was not taken anywhere where I dive here. This was in the aquarium at the aquarium in Denver. But the pictures of where I dive here are not nearly as cool, so I thought I'd throw that one in there instead. I help my dad on the ranch, but only during the summer because I don't live here anymore. So I come back during the summers to help out and make sure that he's in line. And then I also love adventure, such as diving with sharks or skydiving. And then I also am a fan of the Minnesota Vikings. I am, again, from South Dakota. We don't have our own team, so I had to pick one, and I decided on the Vikings. Professionally, I am a third grade teacher in Syracuse, Kansas, USD 494. I'm starting my third year. My first year, I was in first grade, and then years 2 and 3, I will be in third grade, and hopefully stay in third grade for a little while. I do like the third grade. There are some benefits, some things I really do miss about teaching first graders, but there are some things I really like about teaching third graders. So, really, I don't think I can go wrong, no matter where I'm at in the school. I'm also a junior high assistant football coach. This is my second year coaching. And that's been a lot of fun. I'm on the board of trustees for the Hamilton County Library, and then I also student taught 6 weeks in Italy, and that was an amazingly fantastic experience. And I still have friends that I communicate with over there, um, and I hope to get back there someday. So 10 things that I gleaned from the resources that we had. Finances are like remodeling a home, and I think that is an amazing way to think about it. You have to kind of look at the whole project, see what has to get done, how you're going to get there, make sure you have everything that you need to get there. Also, SBM, which is school-based management, and I think this is really important because um, it's important for people in the school involved with the students and the classrooms to know where the money is going and what we need in our classrooms for our students. And it's great that more districts are going to this. And I think it's especially important for bigger areas, but I do believe that smaller schools can benefit from it as well. School funds are controlled by one of two people, and that's either the principal or the bookkeeper in the district office. Again, that goes to the um, school-based management. And then the principal is to account for the school revenue and how it is spent. So this is really important because if you run out of money, you run out of money, and if you're not spending it in the right areas or anything like that, it can be a huge problem. But this is also done using an accounting system. Ensure that salaries are in line and record any salary changes or job performance details. Again, this is really important, just a basic managerial situation that we have going on here. And then this is continued. So, grasping the financial responsibilities of the school and lacking the financial literacy. So, we need to make sure that we are up to date on how to do this. And that's exactly the reason for this class, is so that we understand and we can ask those questions, because this may not be something a lot of us thought about. Now we can ask those questions to our superintendents, our principals, and work with each other and get this going. Understanding the ins and outs of school finances. So a little mistake can be detrimental to a school and a school district. Um, it can last for years, and especially if the mistake was accidental. You make a mistake and nobody catches it, and it goes on for a couple of years. It can add up real quick. Understanding school financial reports. The financial reports can be really confusing. I have my degree in business, I have an associate's degree in business management and marketing, and I did have to take accounting one and two, and some of them can really be kind of confusing, but we have to comprehend and create financial systems and reports. So we really need to make sure what we have going on there. Decisions being made by legislation and bureaucrats. These guys are far removed from the students in the classroom, and that's why the SMB is really important, or SBM is really important, is because these guys don't know exactly what's going on in the classroom, and we do. So it really helps us out to know where everything is going and how everything's being spent. And then many districts are reluctant to disrupt status quo, so that forces schools to spend money from specific accounts to specific items, and so that can be really a tough situation too, because then you have all these accounts that you're working with. How much is being spent out of it? How much isn't? Is it going to the right thing? Can I prove that it's going to the right area? Make sure you dot your I's and cross your T's. So that can be really difficult as well, because if you have 13, 14, 20 different accounts that different things need to be bought from, it really is a lot to work with. What I have seen, I know my principal sends out an email probably a month or two before the end of the school year, just reminding us as teachers that we do have $300 we can spend on our classroom. If you've spent it through the year, fantastic. If you haven't, you still have that $300, but it needs to be spent by the end of the year. If you don't spend it, you lose it. So it's not something that we can bank and use $600 the next year. Asking what we want for our classroom academically. So, do we want studies weeklies the next year, science weeklies? Do we need any new books, anything like that? Any other workbooks that we need? She makes sure she asks us so we can get that information to her. It's really important that we get that to her because, again, different accounts, different stuff comes out from different accounts, and she needs to make sure that's taken care of. Asking if there's any furniture that needs to be replaced, like our desk, our chair, file cabinets, anything like that. And then asking if there's any paid applications, like on our tablets, that we need, or a computer or anything like that. We are reminded of these as the budget money for these specific items needs to be used before the end of the school year. And again, she needs to keep track of where all this money is coming from. Our school budget is different than our furniture budget, which is different than our academic budget. And then again, different from our technology budget. So there's a lot of different things that's going on there. And then my concern, I view myself as a very financially minded person. Um, but I have never dealt with anything this financially extensive because, again, of all the accounts and all the money coming in and out. Making a mistake can cause a huge problem in the future, especially if the mistake is not caught right away. Um, that's where auditing comes in, so you can kind of have somebody double check the numbers, make sure everything looks good and is kosher. I think that's really important because it's easy to make a simple mistake when working with all these accounts and all these numbers and everything in and out and whatnot. So I think it is really important that we take our time, make sure we do it right, have somebody double check, and get this done correctly, not just for us, but for our students and our school. So that is my module 1. Thank you very much.